Emily Sturge, a student at the University of Florida, is joining us here today all the way down from Gainesville.
My name is Emily Sturge, and I'm a sophomore at the University of Florida. And sadly, my university has fallen corrupt to the woke ideals being taught by leftist professors in the classroom. I have professors who are telling me that America is the most racist nation. I have professors who are lecturing the importance of the COVID vaccine instead of actual coursework. And I have professors who are telling me that in this country, women have no rights. Me, I'm a woman. I'm up here today on the stage with Governor DeSantis. I think I'm doing just fine. Courses at public universities have essentially become how to be a leftist 101. And students, as these professors are lecturing these woke ideals, students are in the classrooms and they're nodding. And students like me who speak out and offer a differing perspective, I'm vilified by those students. When I set foot on my campus 2 years ago, I made a promise to myself. I would stay true to my conservative values and I would remain steadfast in my faith. If there's two things that matter to me in this world, it's my faith in my country and my faith in my God. Amen. And just saying those things, just for that belief is putting a target on my back, on my campus. I've been vilified by other students on my campus. I've been called every name in the book. I've been called, for being proud to be an American, I've been called racist. I've been called xenophobic. I've been called misogynistic, anti-woman. You name it, I've been called it. But I'm going to wear those names as a badge of honor because they sound an awful lot like what the fake news media is calling DeSantis. So not only have I been under attack by students, I've also been under attack by professors, and I'm seeing that in the grades I'm receiving in my research papers. Last year, I wrote a research paper about the importance of women learning how to conceal carry and the importance of the Second Amendment as a tool of empowerment. I received an F. On another paper, I took a little bit of a different approach. I wrote about the wonderfulness of Marxism, and I received a 98, and compliments from my professor. So the ultimate takeaway there is what students are learning in the classroom, that's the future of our country. What students are learning from these professors, these students are going to take that. In the next 10 years, we're going to see that in our country. We're going to see that in the workforce. These students are going to be leading government. I'm proud to say that after 2 years of being on my college campus, still a conservative. I still have faith in God. I've survived the wokeism, at least for 2 years. And I'm proud to be here today. Thank you, Governor DeSantis, for letting me share my story. And thank you, Governor DeSantis, for the initiatives for bringing light to this issue on my campus and so many others. Thank you so much for listening to my story, and God bless.
The media is showing that so many students oppose Sass's nomination and so many students are out protesting, they'd lead you to believe that the majority of the campus is on this wavelength. But this could not be further from the truth. The majority of students, I would say the majority of the student body, is fairly moderate. Now, there definitely are some students on the far left. Those are the students that are out there protesting. But there were only about 200 to 300 protesters. Now, our campus is 50,000 students. This is less than 1% of our student body. This is a very small fringe political minority. Yes, they have the loudest voices, but no, this is not the majority of our student body.
My name is Emily Sturge, and I'm a campus reform correspondent. Today, we're here at the University of Florida talking to students about the midterm elections. What issues matter to them, and how will they vote as a result? Let's go see what students have to say. What issues matter to you as you head into these polls?
Definitely climate issues, also LGBTQ rights.
The number one thing is the economy.
Definitely inflation.
How do you think the Biden administration has handled the inflation issue?
Terrible.
73% of Floridians said that they care more about pocketbook issues, gas prices, inflation, stuff like that, rather than social issues like abortion or LGBTQ. Which would you say you care more about?
When inflation's as bad as it is, probably inflation.
It's a hierarchy of needs. If you can't feed yourself, you can't put a roof over your head, you can't be thinking about much else.
I made the fiscally responsible decision to attend the University of Florida purposefully so I wouldn't have to take out student loans. I turned down admission to my dream school because it was out of state, would have caused me to take out student loans. So I made the logical decision based on my financial circumstances, and I find it extremely unfair that other students do not have the same mindset when choosing a college or degree. My generation, they're very excited to take anything that the government can hand them. They're very excited that Biden's talking about this, and they're going to take any handout the government gives them.
So what is this? What is this cluster hire? And they've got to be extremely woke, it turns out.
Right. So the University of California, San Diego, they recently posted a job listing for an assistant professor as part of an initiative to increase faculty diversity. Now, what's crazy about this is they're requiring applicants to state their contributions to diversity and social justice. So, Joe, I want to be clear. If you don't subscribe to the woke mentality, you can't get this job.
Wow.
If you don't say you're an anti-racist and a social justice warrior, they're going to throw your application out. And it doesn't matter your merits, it doesn't matter your education, but if you support Black Lives Matter, you're hired. I'm Emily Sturge, and you're watching WUFT news coverage here on Instagram. It's been a big night for Republicans here in Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis and Senator Marco Rubio both won their bids for re-election. Republicans are also taking the lead in the House of Representatives. Here in Florida's 3rd District, Republican Congresswoman Kat Cammack defeated Democratic challenger Danielle Hawk. In the race for Gainesville Mayor, Harvey Ward defeated Ed Pilarski. For a full scope of our election coverage, you can visit WUFT.org. I'm Emily Sturge. Thanks for watching. We have a blast from Gainesville's Southern Music Past thanks to an exhibit at the Matheson History Museum. The museum opened an exhibition based on the city's top concert venue during the 70s. Gainesville's Great Southern Music Hall was located inside the historic Florida Theater. It hosted an array of jazz, bluegrass, and country artists from 1974 to 1978. Bo Diddley, Ray Charles, Jimmy Buffett, and Muddy Waters were some of the most notable artists to play there. The exhibit showcases photographs, artifacts, stories, and unique objects from music legends. It is set up as a visual narrative timeline, allowing visitors who experience this era of music to take a trip down memory lane as they walk through.
It was kind of a time capsule, a time trip, seeing a lot of pictures of groups that I listened to in my 20s, 30s, and even today.
Visitors are encouraged to share memories in a guest book. I visited the Florida Museum of Natural History's butterfly rainforest to get an up-close look at these incredible insects. Come face to face with hundreds of exotic butterflies at the butterfly rainforest at Florida's Museum of Natural History. The rainforest is home to over 1,000 butterflies from 50 species. When visitors enter the rainforest, they step into a lush world of tropical trees, colorful plants, and peaceful waterfalls. The butterfly rainforest is also home to birds, turtles, and fish. The screened exhibit is exposed to Florida's weather conditions, resulting in a natural environment for the butterflies and plants.
Part of what I love about my job is I'm always excited to see something new. It could be a new butterfly, a new plant, new questions, new setups, things like that. So it's never a job that's boring, that it's always changing.
Butterflies in the exhibit are raised on butterfly farms around the world. This form of sustainable agriculture helps protect natural forest habitats from destruction and promote local economic growth.
It's very peaceful, and there's just running water, just very calm and blissful, and just really calming and relaxing.
Butterfly feeding stations are placed throughout the rainforest, giving visitors a closer look at these delicate creatures. Visitors may even be lucky enough to have a butterfly land on them and make a tiny new friend.
The more time you spend in the exhibit, the more you know, the more knowledge you have, and I very much enjoy sharing that.
The museum also features a lab that gives visitors a closer look at the life cycle of the butterfly. Displays help visitors picture the butterfly's transition from egg to larva to pupa. Visitors may even get the chance to see a new butterfly emerge. This lab is the world's largest research facility devoted to butterflies and moths, housing more than 10 million specimens. The butterfly rainforest is located right here at the University of Florida, and students can get free admission when they present their Gator 1 card.
The museum is open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday. Admission to the rainforest is $12.50 for Florida residents. The flowering plants and butterflies in the exhibit change regularly, making each visit unique and full of new discoveries. Emily Sturge, The Lead.